Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. In Sikh history, there have always been generals. Sikhi, whenever it has come under threat, has always been led by the kind of generals that any other nation would be proud to call its own. During the times of Baba Bidi Singh Bahadur, though, there were also Shaheeds that maybe haven't been heard of as much in history as the generals. During the times of Baba Bidi Singh Bahadur, there were fighters like Baba Bidi Singh. During the times of Baba Deep Singh Shaheed, there were fighters like Baba Gurbakhsh Singh. During the times of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, there was Sardar Hari Singh Nalua. During the times of Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa Pindranwale and the Dharam Yudh Morcha, there was one Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma. Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma was born in the village of Brahmpur in 1951. He was blessed with a natural prowess of physical strength. He was already very tall at a young age, already very strong physically at a young age. As time went on, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma started contemplating the wonders of Akal and his creation. In 1966, Baba Daya Singh Ji of the Bidi Chand Dal came to his village and did a week-long Gurmat Samagam. It was during this time where they learnt about Sikh history, when they learnt about Sikh philosophy, when there were Gatka demonstrations of Shastra Vidya, fighting, that Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma started realising that this was his true path. In 1966, after a week-long Gurmat Samagam, at the end of it, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma decided that this would be the time for him to take Amrit and join the ways of the Shaheeds before him, the warriors before him, the ways of the Gurus, from Guru Nanak to Guru Gobind Singh Ji to the Shabd Guru, Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. After taking his Amrit, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma left his family and decided to join Baba Daya Singh and the Bidi Chand Dal of Nihangs. It was there where he would practice hours and hours of Gatka, hours and hours of Shastra Vidya. His martial prowess surprised even the Nihangs that were there for decades. It was there where he'd spend hours contemplating the wonders of Akal, the power of Akal, where he would do Nam Simran day and night, where he would do his Bhakti, where he would get his Shakti, and where he would become one of the most powerful Sikh freedom fighters of all time. One day, Baba Daya Singh Ji of the Bidi Chand Dal was having a conversation with Baba of the Dharna Dal, Baba Bishan Singh. And during this conversation, they'd come to learn in newspaper clippings of one Frenchman who claimed that he could ride on a horse at full speed and using his spear could hit a target on the ground at full speed. On hearing this, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma said if a Frenchman can do that, a Singh of the true Guru, a Singh of the Shabd Guru can do that as well. So some of the Nihang Singhs found this very funny and thought, okay, Bhai Avtar Singh, if you can do this, show us. So Bhai Avtar Singh bought two horses, climbed on one of them, had the other one by its reins, and once the horses had reached full speed, he stood on both of them, grabbed his nedja, and with it, speared the spike, speared the target in one swoop, hit the target. And from then on, his fame was not only in the Nihang Dals, not only with the Nihang Singhs, but common villagers had begun to learn of him and respect him. Baba Daya Singh Ji, the leader of Baba Bidi Chand Dal, was also a close associate of Sant Baba Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa Pindranwale. And during the Dharam Yudh Morcha, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma had started listening to a lot of katha, a lot of speeches by Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa Pindranwale, and decided that he too would help Sant Jarnail Singh Ji and his movement for the Sikh Panth. After listening to his speeches and knowing that the Sri Darbar Sahib complex was being surrounded, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma said his fatehs, and with the blessing of the whole Baba Bidi Chand Dal, he left for Sri Darbar Sahib to defend the complex. After meeting with Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa Pindranwale, and after much discussion, it was decided that after the Shaheedi that the Singhs would do in Sri Darbar Sahib, there would have to be Singhs that could carry on leading the movement, leading the freedom fight, and it was decided that Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma would be one of them. Sant Pindranwale said to him, Singh, go back to your village and do Nam Simran for the next week. When the time is right, some Singhs will come and get you, and your leadership will begin. Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma went back to his village and 3 days later the battle in Sri Darbar Sahib had begun. Upon learning of Sant Ji Khalsa Pindrawala's supreme sacrifice and Shaheedi, a few days later, sure enough, one Bhai Durga Singh came up, said, Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma, now is the time. The two Singhs set up a new Jathebandi with a number of other Singhs called the Khalistan Liberation Force. It soon became one of the most feared fighting forces in the whole of Punjab. Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma eventually, after a year as a Sikh fighter, took over the leadership of the Khalistan Liberation Force. And it was during this time that the Liberation Force became the leading freedom fighting movement. One of the earliest exchanges that Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma had with the Central Reserve Police Force, with the Indian Army, with the Border Security Force and with the Punjab Police was at the village of Manakpur. The village had been surrounded by tens and thousands of Central Reserve Police Force fighters. They knew that Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma, the one who was stopping jeeps full of police fighters, who was stopping all the massacres that were happening in villages across Punjab with his gun, they knew they had found him and surrounded him. But being afraid of him, they really pumped in thousands of police force fighters into Manakpur. Once the battle had begun, there was bullets and bullets flying everywhere, left and right. Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma's Damalla, his dastar was riddled with bullets. His bana was riddled with bullets. He saw Singhs to him left, right and centre that were falling to the police force bullets. But at the same time, the Singhs with their jakare, Bole So Nehal, Sat Sri Akal, were also fighting back. For every one Singh that was being shaheed, at least 25 police force fighters were being shaheed at the same time. And at the end, when the police force withdrew and retreated, knowing that they could not capture Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma, Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma too left the battlefield, and for years afterwards would tell the story when the police force had come this close to capturing him. He would show off his dastar riddled with bullet holes, his bana riddled with bullet holes, and say, thanks to the protection of Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, thanks to the protection of the Supreme Akal, he was able to come through this unscathed. A few years later, when it came to the point that Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma was single-handedly had vast swathes of Punjab under his leadership, when newspapers were openly saying that the Punjab is now under the power of the Singhs, the government knew that Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma would have to be captured. They recruited police force fighters like Captain Ribeiro, like KP Gill, fighters like this, to do whatever it took to end the movement and do whatever it took to capture Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma. Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma himself was responsible for the deaths of some of the most vicious perpetrators of violence on the Sikhs. A police force commander under the name of Chibbu Ram, who by himself had raped tens and hundreds with the rest of his police force, hundreds of Sikh women, Sikh sisters in his time, was brought to his end by the gun and the hand and the bullets of Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma. To end the reign of Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma, to end the justice that he was bringing into Punjab, they launched Operation Mon. In this operation, they knew that there was a meeting of the leading Singh Jathas of the time. And what they did, in the marshes and in the jungles, they surrounded it with thousands of police force fighters. But what they realized was because the marshes and the jungles were so dense, they couldn't all attack at once because there was not enough room in the marshes for the whole police force to go. But they knew if only small numbers went, the Singhs would pick them off with ease. So what they did, they took in 2 army helicopters and thought, we'll attack the Singhs from far where they can't fight back. Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma, Bhai Durga Singh, heard the commotion from a distance, and with Singhs on their side, they pulled out their guns and started firing with full force against these helicopters. One helicopter retreated straight away. Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma, with all his power, after shouting jagares, shot down the second helicopter himself. Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma, on his own, brought down an army police helicopter, and the operation had failed. A few years later, Bhai Avtar Singh Brahma came to know that his own village, Brahmpura, was constantly under attack and harassment by the police force. Innocent Sikh families were getting killed, tortured, just to see if they knew where Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma was. Sikh women were being raped, Sikh sisters were being dishonored, Sikh men were being killed, Sikh brothers were being humiliated. Upon knowing this, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma went back to his village of Brahmpura. After doing ardas at his local Gurdwara, he got on the Gurdwara speaker and shouted, "Police force, I know you are here. If you're brave enough, here is Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma. You want to attack innocents? You want to attack people that are disarmed? Why don't you attack Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma himself?" For 25 minutes, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma shouted his jagare. For 25 minutes, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma did Mool Mantar. For 25 minutes, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma said, "Come and meet us." After the police force wasn't there, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma said, "For the next hour, I will be at this Gurdwara Sahib. You can surround me and we will find out who's the bravest. And at the end of the fight, we'll see how many bodies on the floor are Singhs and how many bodies on the floor of your vicious perpetrators of crime." After hours of waiting, not one member of the police force had stepped forward, and Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma left his village. Within days, the police force came. As soon as they know Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma was no longer in the vicinity, they once again started attacking the village. They once again started raping Sikh sisters, humiliating Sikh brothers and fathers. Upon hearing this, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma used the power of Sri Guru Dasam Granth Sahib's Bani, and using that, he took out all the vicious perpetrators. Every last one of the names that had come forward, that had raped Sikh sisters, that had killed Sikh brothers, was brought to justice. Finally, after many years of leading the Sikh resistance movement, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma was finally surrounded by the border security force. Knowing that they'd finally got a chance to capture the Sikh leader, the Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma, the one who had so much Shakti that had got away after cordon, they decided this time they would do anything that they could to capture him. After the first cordon was made, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma and the Singhs fought out of it. Straight away, another thousands and thousands of border security force agents came in and put a second cordon. All night the battle raged, bullets flying left and right, Singhs falling, border security force agents falling, but not once did the Singhs lose heart. At this time, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma knew that the cordons were getting too tight, that the time of Shaheedi was upon him, and he said, "As many Singhs that can escape, that have their families to take care of, escape now, and I will be the one that puts his Shaheedi right here and saves you and your families." Any Singhs that had families were then broke through the cordons, fought their way out, while Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma and other Shaheed Singhs made sure that they had cover. Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma was shot once in the stomach, but he would not give up. With his jakara, Bole Sonehal Sat Sri Akal, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma took out his gun, knowing that the end was upon him. He stood up, took out left, right and centre every border security force agent that they could, finally, from a distance. After shooting him time and time again and realising that Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma's body was not moving, they finally moved in, and they finally could realise that the leader of the Sikh movement after Baba Bidi Chand Dal had finally been Shaheed. They put his photo on all the newspapers and they said, "The movement is over, the Sikh movement is over, Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma has been Shaheed." But such was Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma's knowledge, his power and his way with words, that another 10, another 20 Sikh commanders had come alive to take leadership after him. We salute the supreme sacrifice, the physical prowess and the dedication to Naam Simran of Bhai Avtar Singh Ji Brahma. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.